Hello guys, it's nice to be here again. And what happened?
Wait now, wait. I saw something. Continue. Oh, yeah, sorry, continue. So yeah, are you recording?
Hi guys, it's good to be here again. My name is Tolu. My name is Timo. My name is Tolu, and here with me I have a contestant.
Which can say this?
Alright, so here with me I have Tim, and we are becoming their dailies. Today we are going to be discussing something crucial.
You did not complete my name.
What's your full name?
Here I have Tim, my husband. Yeah, it should be.
You are not the one. You know my husband. You know you're not my husband.
Really can
Let's know what we are doing. Yeah, it's good to be here. Today we'll be discussing something very important. So our last video we said that we'll be picking questions from our anonymous platform. So whatever questions you have, whatever content you want us to talk about, we'll take it out from there and we'll discuss it. So we got a question yesterday. Somebody was asking that if we have constant quarrel, fights, arguments in a relationship, is that a red flag? Does it mean that it's not gonna work? Does it mean that you should just jack back from the relationship? And we realized that's a very important question. A lot of people have asked those questions before, asked this particular question, and we decided, okay, we'll trash it out on the vlog today. So I've spoken a lot. So
I just knew it.
So what do you think? If you argue a lot, first of all, should couples argue like you're in love? Why should you be arguing? Why?
It's actually, is it even possible not to argue?
Okay.
Yeah. It's actually impossible. Not fighting in a relationship is very possible. Not fighting is possible. You can be in a relationship for many years and not have a fight. But argument is unlikely that you will not argue. It's very unlikely. So argument is not a red flag in its sense.
Yeah.
It's not a red flag. You will argue. How can you not argue? You are coming from different worlds. You have very different personalities. You work in different industries. You think differently. You are not the same. So argument is bound to happen. Yeah, you have different ideas. You will disagree. In fact, argument is as a result of disagreement many times.
Yeah, and if there's no argument, it means that there's something wrong. It means that one person is either pretending or the other person is very complacent with whatever you are saying. She does not have values, doesn't have anything you say, it works. I don't have any value, I didn't bring anything to table before. So anything you say works for me.
You are deceiving yourself. Now the questions I think you should be asking, it's not about where we are arguing so much. Because when we talk about arguing so much, it's also very relative. How do I know that it's actually so much? What is so much to me might not be so much to you. So much is really, really ambiguous. We can't really quantify it. Now, but I think what we should really be looking at is teachability of both of you. You that are asking the question, are you teachable? The other person that is your partner, is he or she teachable? Then your value system. What do you argue about mostly?
For me, when I saw the question, I was like, what do you argue about? If it's argument about football, where who is the football people now? Messi is the winner of the or who's the GOAT? Is it Messi or what's the second one?
Ronaldo.
Is it Messi or Ronaldo as the GOAT? If it's that one, that's not a serious argument.
If that's the one, I would say you're not serious.
But if this argument is on things that are very core, because what is core to me may not be core to me. Like for example, when I got married, I was very keen on. There's some things I was very keen on. You understand? If the person is always arguing about it, because if, for example, I came out from a background where you don't use jewelry, you don't put on trousers, you don't wear makeup, and I was like, I don't believe there's anything wrong in it. The person I was going to get married to must not also see something wrong in it. If the person keeps saying, if you are going to you're going to hell, and we're arguing about that means that there's nothing to. And for some other people, they'll be like, what's the big deal in trouser? What's the big deal in trouser? There's no big deal now. Why are you arguing over it? So I can't determine if it's a big deal. It is you that determines if it's a big deal. Because somebody came to me and said, a person she's dating does not believe that she believes that cooking is strictly for the woman. And cleaning is strictly for the woman. And
that's what the argument is about. Problem.
I was like, okay. No, I said it depends. I have to throw it back to her. Is it a problem for you? Is it a problem for you? If it's not a problem for you, then you can carry on. But for some other people, it's a problem for them. They can't deal with that. Some other people just say, I don't care. I can cook. I feel like I want to even cook on my house. I don't want anybody to cook in that house. She understand. So it depends on what you think is a problem in your own home.
I think that if that's very true. I think bottom line what you're trying to say is that are you arguing about fundamentals?
Yes.
Yeah, fundamentals. Because
yes.
Right now, we should agree on financial issues.
Yes.
If our argument is always about finance, let's figure it out. What's wrong with the finance?
Or number of children. Why are you doing this? Why are you playing this kind of music? Exactly. Why are you watching this kind of movies? All those kind of
things. If the argument is about fundamental things, then that may be a problem.
Yes.
But if it's not about fundamental things like I'm looking.
I want to eat rice. You want to a piece.
That was nonsense.
So it depends on it depends on what are you arguing about. And when you are arguing, how does the person? When you are arguing, oh God, when you are arguing, what's
the disposition of the fellow? What is
Sorry, I have to put that off. When you are arguing, how does the person react? Like, is it a kind of argument that the people start saying you are stupid, you are foolish, and start insulting each other? How do the person take a different opinion? How do they, when you are saying something different from what they are saying, how do they see it? That's how you know how a person.
If the argument is healthy or not.
Yes. Because even as much as we say that know your values, there are some things that you will not know until there are some things that you have to argue about when you get married.
You still argue.
Yeah. That things you argue, the things that you not see when you are cutting. How do you talk about it? Is it people? Did everybody drop? Are you emotional about it? You are logical. Oh, this is this. Do you respect each other when you are arguing the arguments? How the other person see you? Is it such argument that you will argue that voices are loud? You're insulting each other, dragging each other.
I thought about do you start to insult each other? Or do you even do that?
Do you even do that?
Then how teachable? Who usually succumb to the other person? Is it one-sided? So the things you should look at. Is it one-sided? How do you resolve it? These are the things you should look at for. Not just about argument alone, but all of these things come together to forge if it's healthy or not.
Yeah.
But to say to people we work together and argue, no, I don't know.
People would argue, and it shouldn't be too much too. Because when it becomes too much, it means that
there's a lot of.
You guys are not. That means that can two agree. Can two work together except they agree? So there's a level of agreement that must be between two persons before they agree. So if most of your values are not aligned, if most of your thoughts are not, and you are not agreeing on many things, then you can't work together, and it does not make any sense.
The problem is that how do you know too much? It's too. How do I put it?
If you're arguing every day, it's not too much.
Actually, I argue every day. Wait, every day. Okay, that's a lot.
So what is it? So for us, how often do we argue?
I don't know.
What do we argue about the most? What do we argue about?
What we argue about the most is we want to make decisions about certain things. Oh, let's go on vacation. No, let's not go. It's not yet time. Oh, I want to. Let's buy clothes. No, it's not time for clothes now. These are the kind of things we argue about.
Finances, then business. Don't do the business like this. Don't do it like this. You employ the person. Don't employ the person.
But most times, of course, you mentioned something about emotions. Actually, it's not wrong to be emotional, but then your emotions should, at the end of the day, come to a logical conclusion.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying about emotion? Why I have to say that because naturally women are more emotional. You understand?
Yes.
And I had to learn that myself, that when someone is saying something different from what you're saying, does not mean that person hates you. You have to separate your emotion. What I mean is that separate from he hates me, he does not listen to me, or that should not be.
Actually, women easily say he doesn't like me because he just logical.
Like. Alright guys, sorry. I had to iron clothes and I forgot to change over from NEPA to solar. Yeah. So NEPA took their lights and we have to switch back to solar.
So they are back to solar now.
Alright. So
what I was saying is that some women that are very emotional, we naturally say he doesn't like me because he usually very logical. And then logic sometimes when you are being logical with someone that's emotional, it comes up like you're insensitive. Yeah. So I think maybe that's the angle you were coming from.
Yeah. So you should know how to separate it. For example, if we are saying we got some money and we say, oh, we are going to use this money to get so and ma'am say we need clothes. This is December. Like me, I'm saying I want Christmas tree now. We need clothes. I need to get Christmas tree. I'm saying no, let's take this money. in January we're going to be paying for school fees, paying for rent of the offices, and I'm like, no, you hate me, you understand? So you must learn how to be emotional. So you have to be logical about your arguments, to be able to, what the person is saying, is it true? Sometimes you even argue, when every person leaves, you just go back and think very well, does this make sense, does it make sense? So I think that's another thing that we need to know while we argue, and to be sure that our arguments makes a lot of sense. Michelle, please, you are disturbing our video. Thank you very much. so it's very important that we put that aside, because if sometimes when we are sincere, so I have to, when we just got married, sometimes I have to go and talk to myself. Tolu, you know, get sense. Seriously, arguments where you argue don't make sense. I have to think again and say that, oh, this is it. So like I said, there's no straightforward answer.
I can relate to that too.
Yeah, there's no straightforward answer to this question. What are you arguing about?
Yeah,
when you are arguing, how is the argument? Is it very
are you aggressive?
Is it which of the partner is aggressive? Is it aggressive? Is it very aggressive? Are you guys throwing words at each other? Then what is the frequency of this argument? And are you guys very mature? Some people are just very petty about things that do not make sense. Just argue about things that do not make sense. Why did you wear this clothes to church? And you throughout church service will be angry. So I had somebody saying that the husband was angry about a particular clothes that the wife wore, and throughout service was angry with them. I'm like, so first of all, you do not enjoy the service, you're angry over it's just clothes. It's not that deep, you understand? So those are the things you have to, if you have a very petty partner, you need to have very big issues in marriage. Because marriage has a lot of big things to deal with in marriage. If you now add somebody who is very petty to the you have serious issues.
Another thing that came to my mind is nagging. Are you sure one of you is not nagging? Because nagging can change the entire context of the argument. Even when the argument seems, if it doesn't have all these elements, you don't argue too much and stuff. But if the nagging is involved, you shall be fine. I'll pray for you.
All right,
I'll pray for you.
Yeah, so I think that settles this.
So there's no straightforward
answer to it. Yeah, there's no straightforward. If
just look at these indices, look at these factors.
Yes.
Which of it relates to you, then you can make a judgment on.
Yeah, and if you can ask, if you need somebody else to help you to evaluate it from the outside, because we have answered this question and you still, when you're in a relationship, sometimes you can be so emotional about it that you won't be able to answer and judge it properly. So if you need to get a view from outside, you can also reach out to us.
Send us an email.
Send us an email. You can reply anonymous too. Just give a feedback. Just say that the lady who spoke the other time, and this is the feedback you're giving back to us. So what's our website again?
Websites
for the anonymous.
Oh, anonymous. Okay, Heart Stories. Heart, HEART. Then stories.xyz.
Proudly created by Fire Switch and Shaddai. So if you have that's one of our pet projects anyway.
Yeah.
If you have anything to do that involves websites, apps, anything tech, we are the ones that you should come and meet. Come to us and we'll give you the best deal. So guys, we'll await your stories, we await your questions on the anonymous platform.
And feel free to drop comments, share this video, drop comments, and suggest if there's anything you want us to talk about that we have not talked about. Let us know. And if there's something we didn't address even in this content, let us know about it.
Thank you so much. Love you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Do not forget to like, to share, and to comment. Bye bye.